So, does your table look boring and plain? Are you looking for placemats and napkin rings and tablecloths that you just can't find what you want in the stores? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the most adorable sets of placemats with matching napkin rings and how to paint a tablecloth in a zebra cloth that looks real. I can't wait to show you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know I'm almost 72, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. Thank you to my wonderful, wonderful subscribers, all my dear friends that watch my videos, that take the time to comment, that support me and give me so much encouragement. You just all mean the world to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss any of these holiday videos. We're coming up on the best part of my year. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make different kinds of placemats out of cardboard, out of things you have laying around. And I'm going to show you how to make coordinating napkin rings. I've got it all covered for you. Save those paper towel rolls, I'm telling you. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to show you how to make all different kinds. So no matter what your style is, you're going to love it. And I'm also going to show you, if you can't find a tablecloth you like, use fabric or paint your own. I'm going to show you how to paint a zebra tablecloth that looks like it's zebra skin. It's fabulous. So I hope you love this. I hope you get so inspired and make some for your table, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to my second craft video for August. It's all about napkin rings, placemats or chargers, and tablecloths. This is a two-parter, so stay tuned for the second part. I'm going to show you how to paint a tablecloth or use regular fabric. Okay, so I want to talk today about making your own placemats. And I hesitate calling them a placemat because they're kind of small. Now this one's larger. You can make them any size you want, but usually a placemat has room for your utensils. This does not. But look how adorable that is. Now I want to talk about that for just a second. So I would say every table should have this, should have a very neutral, kind of textured base for all of your plate stack. So this was made from regular cardboard. So if you get cardboard, keep it. You can use it for so many things. I took 2-inch wired burlap ribbon and just pleated it. Try to make sure your pleats are the same. And I just then hot glued it around on a burlap base. So it's very nice, very good looking. You can use strips of fabric. You could use petals. You could use feathers. You could use autumn leaves. You could do whatever you want to your little placemat that you're making. Now, once you add your plates and everything, you can see how nice that looks. Now you could also use leaves. Okay, this again is a cardboard back. Now this was my base for my plate stack on my Christmas in Wonderland table at the LA County Fair. Now I don't keep the leaves on my faux plants. I just think they look kind of fake. So I rip them off and keep them in bags. And what I did is I just painted the circle green. Then I hot glued all these different leaves on. And you can see, of course, I had different china. I had a gold charger on here. But you can see how cool that looks there. So if you want something that looks more fringy, you could actually make something like this. You start with your burlap base, get some wired twine and get some rope from Dollar Tree, and you just shred the rope off and tie it on this little twine and hot glue it on. And then you're going to have a nice fringy edge of your placemat. And that texture is so good, whether it's for the beach or a coastal look or you're doing an ethnic table. So, you know, it's the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do, you can be able to make placemats out of. Now let's talk about the napkin rings. You start with a piece of paper towel roll that matches the width of your ribbon. This is the same burlap ribbon I used here. Now you can use a different base, and you'll see I've used that in some of these, and just glue it on the back. So now that you have your base, you could glue on this adorable half pumpkin for fall. This was a napkin ring I did for Mardi Gras. You can put on there whatever you want to. Now let me show you a couple more that I made that are a little different. Now this one here I made for a tablescape. I did all in greens and purples. You can say I just wrapped some green fabric around there, added a fabric flower, tulle, all kinds of things. And you can see how beautiful that looks on that placemat. Here's the one I actually made for Christmas in Wonderland. You can see I covered it with plaid ribbon, and I put on this one green Christmas greenery because it was Christmas in Wonderland, little red roses and a teacup, and you can see I have a key there also. And you can see, of course, I had it with different china. It looked so beautiful. And if we want to do something more casual, and yet very simple. So here's a napkin ring, and that is 2 kinds of ribbon. This is like a cheetah, and then a giraffe in the middle, and I just glued the ribbon on. Here's another one with the ribbon, and that's just black and white check ribbon. See how the burlap gives it such a good texture, and it really brings out the burlap in your placemat. Here's another one that's kind of ethnic looking with a zebra cloth. And then this is just shredded rope on there. And I have one more. And then here's another one. Now this is great for kind of fall or a country look. I started with a little round of cardboard and I just glued literally scraps, black and white check, tarp, burlap, lace, added a little acorn and some berries, and you can see how adorable that looks. So it's unlimited as to the looks you can get with these fabulous napkin rings and placemats that you can make. All right, let's stay tuned. Now I'm going to show you how to paint a zebra tablecloth and how to use fabric by the yard to create the table of your dreams. So the first thing I want to show you, and this is just a side piece of a faux zebra skin. This is not my whole tablecloth. It doesn't fit on my whole table. I thought this would be better to show you. Now, first of all, this is made out of heavy-duty beige fabric. Once you put the paint on, it gets really stiff. And this is not any special paint. This is regular acrylic paint. And always make sure that you cut your zebra skin out kind of irregularly. It'll curl a little bit so it looks more like skin. So let me show you how I start to make this. First of all, here's your supplies you're going to need. You're going to need some paintbrushes, a pencil, a marker, and a dauber if you need it. But I start with the pencil, and what I'm doing is I am just putting on, and it's very hard to do this because we want to do things very neatly, uneven, sloppy V's. Can you see this looks like a V here? And then this looks like a V here, and I come down and I do another V. Okay, so these, and then every once in a while I'll do one of these strange shapes, right, just to fill in. So when you do those V's, that's going to be the print on the zebra. You can see here, it's like, this one's upside down, but you can see they're like V's. Then you're going to take your marker, and you're going to black marker and just draw this out because you're going to paint these black. Let me show you. So then you're going to paint these V's black, and sloppy as ever, it doesn't really matter, because after you do that and you get your V's painted on, okay, then the third step is after you penciled everything on, marked it on, painted your V's, now you want to start this kind of rustic textured skin, and you're going to be using burnt umber, black, and any type of tan paint. I just mix mine with cream color. I don't usually use that, but now you're going to be using like a stiff brush to get some of these stippling effects, or you can actually use one of these daubers if you want to, but I like to use a real stiff, just ratty as anything paintbrush, because you're going to want to get very uneven type markings on here. Okay, so you're going to do that first. Then what I did to finish off the cloth, you're going to come in with some watered down paint, and you can see here how I really kind of started to blur the edges here. Once you get your browns and your kind of grays in there, then you're going to come back with an off-white. Remember, when you do these things, you want dark and you want light. So you can see here I've done some stippling now. Along here, I've lightened it up a little bit, and I darkened it here. But see how that unevenness really looks like a zebra cloth. Well, I want to talk a minute now about tablecloths. You might say, Bonnie, I'm not going to do this. It's just too much work. You can get fabric by the yard, and I just want to show you some of the ones I think that are just so beautiful that I have. Why not get hot green and cream color zebra cloth instead of black and white, okay? That makes a really cute table with some leopard dishes, etc. And then I showed you this in my last table scapes. This is not cheap fabric. This is decorator by the yard, but you can get enough just for a runner. You could piece the runner together, and I want to talk about runners in just 1 second. And then here's another fabric I used recently when I did my Southwest table. So this I got at Hobby Lobby. I think I got that at Hobby Lobby too a long time ago. But this, of course, is a decorator fabric. But be on the lookout. Look online. You can also use, get ready for this, sheets and cloth shower curtains, okay? So don't forget about that. Now I want to talk a minute about runners, because if you want to do something very little, very simple, do a runner. So it's going to be as long as your table. You just put the edges together so it's a point. You fold under the edges. If you don't sew, you can hot glue. I've hot glued so much stuff. Look how cute these are. Now I glued the leaves on to cover the raw edge. But look how cute. That's one thing you can do. Now I want to show you another thing you can do. And this was on one of my tablescapes that I did. So what I did here is I used actual fabric for the runner, and then I took pieces of the leftover fabric and I cut leaf shapes along with this faux leather looking thing. So look how cool that looks, okay? And then on the very end I put, you saw this in my beginning of my video, I have napkin rings to match this, right? All right, I hope you love some of these crazy ideas of mine, and I hope you got inspired to maybe try and paint something like this. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.